Hi, Paul Sack. It's Good News Planet. Been speaking to Sydney Sloan. Hi, Sydney. How are you?
Good morning, Paul. I'm doing good, thanks.
All right, Jive. We like Jive. Jive Software. We're going to talk about Jive. You're a Jive Socialite, Director of Social Media. All right, that's a new title in this world.
Yes, it's taking all the good things that we want to have in our social media life and trying to apply those to the workplace as well.
Well, that's good news. We love that.
Yeah.
And it's a very important job that you have because social media is such a prevalent in everybody's life, even my grandkids. So, and will only increase in its usage. So, we're going to talk today about the 5 worst workplace habits. Okay, all righty, and these might even be different than they have been in the past. So, what do you mean by that? Worst workplace habits?
Well, we were looking to try and figure out what could we do to help workplaces in 2014 be more enjoyable, more productive, and so we did a survey asking people what are some of the bad habits that we would like to change or for our coworkers to change to make work more enjoyable next year.
All righty, and what did you come up with?
We came up with the top 5, and the top 3, you're right, they are around newer technology. So this is related to cell phones and mobile phones. And the number 1 offense, so 9 out of 10 people said they were annoyed by mobile phone behavior, and the number 1 offense were people who were having private conversations in public.
Okay. How about elevators? There's no problem there, is it?
Yeah, common areas, elevators, in the hallway. You know, a lot of us work in open concept offices now, and so just being mindful that your personal conversations are distracting to your colleagues, and especially the fact that you're taking them on your mobile phone, there is a solution. The mobile phone is actually mobile. So step away from your desk or move from that public area and find somewhere private, a room, a corner, to have that private conversation.
All right, that's good news. Well, it definitely has evolved over the years, right? I mean, at one point there was actually nobody had cell phones.
Exactly.
So we would just go on a bus, and there would be only us on the bus talking to each other, right?
Exactly. Now that we have them, we're all creating those bad habits, which tends to happen.
Or do you think we're going to adjust to it, and everybody on the whole bus will be talking to somebody else on the phone?
Yeah, exactly. Buses, airplanes now. It's definitely mobile is everywhere.
Mm-hmm. All righty. Well, tell me, what is Jive Software? So do you have, tell us about that.
So Jive, we're focused on helping people around the world to be more productive, and really that we focus on doing that in the workplace. So how do people communicate and collaborate and do so in a more modern way? So the social technologies that we use today, the mobile technologies, but put it to a focused purpose around work.
All right. So and give me an example of that.
So I can give you an example of our team. So the social media team here at Jive,
right.
We use Jive to be able to plan what our content is going to be. So what conversations do we want to have in our social networks? We also use it to pull in conversations that we're seeing out in the media, and we can then comment on it and strategize, hey, is this a conversation that we want to participate in? And if so, what do we want to say? So it's a great way to bring people together and look at a common conversation and have people collaborate on that and then come out with the best result.
So maybe I'm missing something, but is it an actual software package or is that just the name of your company? I
it is.
apologize.
Yes. No problem. So it is a software package, and
right.
A lot of companies will use us for things like community. So T-Mobile, for instance, has all of their, when you're a customer of T-Mobile, you come to their website, you are in Jive Software. So the community that you're in, you ask questions, you learn about cell phones. So that software is what people are using is Jive.
So like on, say, Good News, all right, broadcast. So we have a website. We've been doing it 15 years. We have a semi-social network and so on and so forth. So with your software put into our website platform, that would be helpful for us?
Absolutely. It draws the conversation back to your brand. So it's good to have all the social media, your Facebook, your LinkedIn, your Twitter, but this is an area where you can actually have the branded conversation, and it's very similar. So you have conversations, people have their profiles, and you're able to bring that into your own space. So if you want people to, if you write blogs and you want people to comment on the blogs, if you're trying to get a strategic message out there, that's another way that it can be used.
Oh, this is good stuff. All right, I like this. This is very good. Well, back to the worst habits in the workplace world. So, how do we break some of those bad habits?
Well, we talked about number one. Number two is looking at, again, the cell phones and things that can be distracting. So it's the ringtone problem. People have their music or special bells and whistles and vibrations, and so that's really distracting, especially when your phone is going off all day long. So our advice is, pick a tone that is appropriate for the workplace, or just simply mute your phone.
Okay, that's a good idea. Well, you thought about a lot of things. What's the third one?
The third one is common courtesy. So our top three was that people are annoyed by people who check their phones during in-person conversations and meetings. I mean, this is just not appropriate behavior. If you're having a conversation with someone, you don't interrupt them to look down at your phone to see who's texted you, or pick up a phone call that where you're having a productive conversation. Again, definitely in the workplace. And so if you can let the person actually leave a voicemail or wait and respond to the text once the conversation is done, that'll help improve productivity and just courtesy to your coworkers.
All right. Number four.
Number four. Now we're into email land. So the top three were mobile. Email's been around a lot longer, so I think people have learned the better behaviors, but there still is a big offender, and that's the reply all phenomenon. And so when someone sends a note to company-wide distribution, and then everybody piles on, and you get back to your desk and you've got 50 emails polluting your inbox. So our advice here is, if you want to respond to a broadcast email, direct it back to the people who really care about it. So maybe you just send one message back to the originator, or you can start another conversation on the side. You don't have to reply in that same long email thread.
Isn't there something? There's also a BCC, right, out there?
There is a BCC, so that's a good behavior if you're the one sending the email, because then people can't reply all.
All right. Well, these are things that taken years to develop. The background in and out. Your 20-year experience. You have a long time. Wait, this is almost before computers.
Hey, don't out me.
This is in a good way.
My young voice.
No, this is in a very good way. So you've really grown up with the world of technology in this form.
Absolutely.
Right?
When I started in technology, the first question we had to ask was, do you have email? Sadly. Because back then, 20 years ago, outed me, they not everybody did. So it's come a long way. And it's obviously made us more productive globally more productive as workers. But, we still need to work hard on creating good behaviors and good practices for getting the most out of technology. And when we recognize something that's bad, how do you change it in a way that's going to help continue to move the workforce along in maturing around these modern technologies?
You're all about good news, and I love it, and it's helpful for the world and the society. Jive Software, that's very cool. You're cool. Thank you very much, Sydney. Last question, what's good news for you?
What's good news for me?
Yes.
Going to 2014, I think a lot of positive energy and good economic momentum. So we're looking forward to 2014.
Fantastic. All right. Thanks so much for sharing good news. Happy holidays to you.
Thank you, Paul.
Take care. Bye-bye.